Okay, so this is a video of oh, look, I have stuff. My level 88 Enchantress melee Sork. Okay. I made some changes to my last build because I was not really happy on it about it, and I made some changes, and I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. My last video, I was like super down on this build. I was like, it's shitty, it's not that good, and to be honest, it's not that good. But I think I've gotten it to a place that I'm actually pretty happy with. It's a pretty good build. Last time I would die quite frequently. I don't know. I don't really die on this character anymore. It's still a little squishy, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to go over the basics and the changes I made. Almost all the build is the same. I've just made changes mostly to, well, I'll get into it. So the basics. Passion Phase Blade for the Zeal. I just find that Zeal is the best. This dude on my YouTube commented, his name is like, I don't know, A Kiss Her Sake. I don't know what, it's got a weird YouTube name, but he made a video of an Enchantress using Gimmershed and then using the Masteries. Okay, but I personally still feel like because Zeal's uninterruptible, it's pretty dope to have Passion. Yeah, I think pretty much kind of necessary. And then to get max frame Zeal, you need 40 off weapon IS, so I do that using IK boots and gloves for just like mad stats and attack rating and life and run walk. I just feel like it's pretty great combination. And Shaco with an IS tool in it. Shaco, I think, is the best helmet for the straight life and mana bonus and the skills. I just think you basically can't do better than that for this build. Mara's super basic, skills all res. If it weren't for the all resistance, I may have used, oh, I don't have it. I may have used Talzami, but I just wanted the all resistance. Okay. But if you can get fire resistance someplace else, go for it. Gurks, I explained this last time, so good. I'm an energy shield Sork to replenish life, the all res, damage reduced, magic damage reduced, super good. Ravenfrost, pretty obvious. FCR, together with the Viper, gets me to the 37 FCR breakpoint, and this it's super good. Attack rating, res, FCR, everything. And you know, Viper skill, it just has like Viper has everything I need. Magic damage reduce, all res. There are other things I considered, like I said, but to me this is just gave me the best combo. Okay, and then the big change is really the belt. Night Smoke, huh? Yeah, I had to up it just so I can get 4 potion slots. Super good belt, and I'll tell you why. So let me buff up here. So the big change really from last time is that last time I tried making this build as I originally tried making this as like a hybrid with level 41. Look at this enchant stick, pretty good. Level 41. Tried making it a frozen orb hybrid. I didn't really like that because I wanted to be like a mostly melee character. Okay, now I'm gonna do my but I want to show you this. Okay, so so I tried being a frozen orb one, and then I specced out of that and I went pure melee, which was just like I did fire mastery, enchant, warmth, and then because I was an energy shield Sork, I did telekinesis, maxed it out, and then I put the rest of my points in energy shield. Now you'll see I have no hard points in energy shield. I have no hard points in it.
I can.
Fuck you. Instead I use, well, this Ormus and this memory staff to get a decently high level energy shield. Decently high level. And this is the main key to this build. That's the main change, is I went from going full on energy shield to being more of a back to a hybrid build with Blizzard this time, not frozen orb. Okay, and so let me tell you why. So my last build, the reason it was bad was because I would basically die, and I realized the main reason I died is because I was energy shield, and when you die as an energy shield sork, most of the time the reason that happens is because your mana goes down to 0. Your energy shield breaks, and then you have nothing but your life. Okay? And so I finally realized, okay, and my life would almost never go down. Not that much, you know? But my mana would go down sometimes very quickly, and when it did, then my life would go down. So I realized I could have a better balance between life loss and mana loss. Are you following me on this? So what I did is I had a lower, this is the key now, I have a lower level energy shield than I used to. You understand that? Because where it used to be, I think I got my percentage up to like 80+%. So let's say it was 80 or 85. If I took 100 damage, 15 would go to my life, which would then be reduced by, whatever, this, that, this, and the other. And that 85 damage would be redirected to my mana and modified by telekinesis, so it would be actually less than 85 mana, whatever, right? But the point is, if you have a higher level energy shield, more of your damage is going to your mana, and if you're losing more mana, then it's going to break. So you have a lower level energy shield. You got me? And you do lose more life because less of it is being absorbed by your mana. But I have the life that I can take that, okay? So I balance it out more. So now my energy shield breaks a lot less, and my life gets absorbed. I take a little more damage to my life, but I get some of it back with the damage taken goes to mana. And you see this jewel I also have in my Viper of a replenish life and 11% damage taken to mana jewel. Okay, and what I did with the rest of the points that I had put in an energy that I had put into energy shield, now I put them into blizzard. And why do I do that? Well, you can see my blizzard damage is really shitty, actually. It's really bad. And so you might say, well, why even bother? Well, I'll tell you, blizzard, first of all, it doesn't do 0 damage. It does more than 0 damage. This is the category I call more than nothing, okay? It does more than nothing damage. It helps a little bit, okay? So now I have a way that I can actually contribute to defeating fire immunes. I'll static them, and then I'll put blizzard. But the other very nice thing about blizzard is it has a huge tactical and defensive benefit. When I'm fighting monsters and there are things over here shooting me, or if I'm going to teleport into a group of monsters, like if I were to do Pindle here, I can do this. Oh, I fucked it up. And then I could lay a blizzard down and slow them all down. Whoa. Okay. That made me look really bad because my mana pool just broke there. My energy shield just broke. How bad did that make me look? Sorry. When I record a video, my game gets laggy and I start playing like shit. So that was a bad example. Although it sometimes does happen. It sometimes does happen that my mana pool breaks, but that's why I have max resistance, and I have 10% damage reduction, and I have okay life, and I have 50% block. By the way, this is the other change I had from my last character. I think last time I went max block. This time I got just enough dex to be able to use my passion, and it happens to be, and this is another good reason to use Gurks, it happens to be 50% block. It's a nice round number. I didn't plan that. Literally, it's just, that's what it happens to be with 136 dex, that's pretty nice. So that's the big change to this build, and I just feel like it's a lot better, okay? I think I'll record a bail run and tag it on the end of this now. I don't want to make this build too long, but, and by the way, for you numbers crunchers out there, I just want to say I didn't crunch the numbers about how much damage goes to my life and how much I get back into my mana and what percentage of energy shield I should have. I kind of just did it. I said, okay, let me save the points that it took to get energy shield, but I'll get as high an energy shield as I can without putting hard points into it. I'll take those points, I'll put them in Blizzard, and I'll get as much damage taken goes to mana as I can practically without screwing up my build too much. So I have 61%. With my full buff, my energy shield percentage comes to 71%. I've got about 1k mana, and it works. It's still somewhat of a squishy build, but I almost never die. Even when my energy shield breaks, I have almost 600 life. I have max res. I could teleport away. I could recast my energy shield. You know, I'd put down a blizzard, and yeah, it's okay. So the stats are pretty good. 11k damage, 9k attack rating. You know, pretty good. Good resistances. This build works now. It works. I feel if anyone has ideas on how to improve it, I'd be open, but to me this feels like about as good as you could do in vanilla single player. Maybe I'm crazy. The only thing I can make it better is maybe let me show you this. This is another sorceress I have. I moved the Hodo off. I have a call to arms in a war staff that has energy shield. If I had one of those for this character, I think it would be like fucking like good night. Like it would be very, very much a pretty safe character, you know? And if I could do that, maybe I would. Well, I kind of like this jewel, but you know, I really did want to put a fire rest. But the damage is actually pretty good once I have. Oh, now I lost all my buff. My damage is pretty good when I have my buff stuff up, and really anything that's not fire immune or like the fourth wave in Bale is not fire immune, but it has very good fire resistance. Things like that. Still, I use my Merc and Blizzard for anyway. But anything not like that, 11k damage, 11k fire damage, still pretty fucking good. All right, so that's how I changed this build, and maybe I'll tag on a Bale run just to show you y'all show you guys how that goes. Okay.
Okay, here we go. My video. Alright. Don't know what we're gonna find in here. We'll see. Nothing much so far. Oh, souls. Very helpful to just teleport on top of things. My mark is pretty, whoa. Whoa. Is that it? No? Oh, it is. Ah. See, I have a habit of just letting my merc do like a lot of the killing. Oh, that's good. Okay. And we'll see how this goes. Come on. Oh, look at that. What's this again? Corpse Morn, yeah. Garbage. Alright, now these guys are the toughest. And my merc does not have his fade propped. Oh, and they have conviction. This is going to be very good. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh, they killed my energy shield. Come down here. Okay, believe it or not, that actually went relatively well. Sometimes those guys are. I guess it depends on the roll. And you can see the poison is kind of a pain in the ass. But those guys can be much more annoying than that. Oh god. Okay, yeah, not so bad, huh? Not so bad. You can see basically whenever I'm taking any sort of significant damage, I will often pop a mana pot just to kind of prevent it from going down to 0. These guys are not fire immune, but they have like very significant fire resistance, I think, such that my attack does very little damage, I notice, on these guys. So, as I said, even with Blizzard, I find the Blizzard to be useful, but even with Blizzard, when it comes to fire immunes, most of it is my Merc, to be honest. I like to just drag him down here so I don't get the decrepify. Static them. Oop, I didn't mean to teleport there, but that's fine. And sometimes I'll just hang out here and, even though I'm not doing like any damage, I'll just kind of sit here and smack them and absorb some hits. Come on. Let's kill this guy. Please. Oh, so this guy, he's stone skin and immune to physical in this iteration, so this is pretty hard for my Merc, actually. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Okay. That's about as tough as that guy can get. Actually, that really does not usually take that long. Believe it or not, the 5th wave is actually maybe one of the easier ones in Bale. I mean, besides the first, of course. Ooh. Bale himself is pretty much not a problem. I'll Blizzard him as well, just for the slow. Bale is pretty susceptible to slow. When he is Decrepify and a little bit of cold immune, I notice he like will never teleport away. So it's kind of a good combo. Ooh, a ring. Oh. A 15 Nagel. Oh, wow. That was exciting, huh? Unique ring from Hellbale. So 15 Nagel. I actually think I have a, what would you call it, like an inverse perfect Ravenfrost on a mule somewhere, like 150-15, like the worst possible Ravenfrost roll you can get. I decided to keep it because it was just so remarkably bad. And I'm not going to keep that because I have a bunch of Nagels by now. Alright, so that's what it looks like to do a Bale run. You can see it's like not like really great. It's not like the easiest character. And yeah, occasionally I will get into a somewhat bad situation and die. But really not much. It's just a matter of not playing stupid, you know? And if your energy shield gets messed up, you just kind of teleport away, recast it, go back in, use some health pots, some mana pots. You have to use quite a bit of pots on this character. But like I said, I think this is it's a tough build to do on vanilla single player, and I think I have it sort of okay. I think probably the major thing to experiment with would be to be just a full life build. But I didn't want to do that for reasons I don't want to take 3 minutes discussing. But because I think you would have to have a storm shield, and I don't know how to get resistances, and blah, 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 blah. It kind of messed things up. But, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Blah, 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 blah. Have a good day. Don't expect a lot more videos from me. I actually, I actually just, on a personal note, started law school. Oh boy, look at that. I guess those guys are mana burn. Is he? Yeah, he's mana burn. Oh god. The nice thing about mana burn actually is you think mana burn would be like the death of this build, and it sometimes is. But I notice with mana burn is I tend to get that first hit, and it doesn't break my energy shield. It brings me almost down to 0. But if you use a health pot or teleport away real quick, and then once you know their mana burn, you could kind of like adjust your playstyle. Usually not so bad. Anyway, so that's what's up. It's basically the last video I have planned for a while, because I guess like I'm an adult, sort of, now. Maybe I will be, about 3 years. Okay, see ya.